guys, welcome back to Room 24. I'm Abby.
And I'm Sam.
Okay, stop, guys. Anyways, but anywho,
What's today's episode about, Abigail?
today's episode is going to be a story time. We're going to talk about how we've been curved.
Yeah.
I feel like guys are always talking about how they've been curved and girls just be acting like they don't be getting curved, but we all know we do. It may not be as often as guys, but I feel like we still get curved sometimes.
At least the girls that actually shoot their shots have gotten curved.
That was the thing we were talking about. Like, we don't really shoot our shot, but when we have we been 100% successful? Mine's like 99% successful, minus this one time that I'm about to tell y'all about.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was successful in the end of the curve, but I was initially curved, and I just kept shooting into a
She's like, it's gonna go in.
Literally.
All right, well, y'all already know how we be rocking on every episode, so we're gonna take a shot to get started, and then Samantha's gonna jump right into her story. Yuck. Ew.
Have you ever heard of ASMR?
I have, actually. You don't be liking that shit. It's like kind of contagious. Sometimes you're watching it, I just keep watching that
It's
shit.
very satisfying to hear nails click. I don't know why. Okay. Story time. My story was back in college. It was my, I want to say junior year. There was this guy, and he was foreign, and I had a little thing for him, and
She got herself a foreign baby.
yeah, I did. So we used to go to like these Thursday nights at this little bar place called Zorba's, and
This was back home?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
cool.
ratchet as fuck. But it was fun because it was the only thing around us. But I had gone with a couple of my friends. Well, I had been trying to holler at him for a little while, and then like I found out he was going to this party, and I had convinced my friends to go. I was like, let's go, and they were already going, so we all went together. And then, so little background, he's on the tennis team, and the girl he liked was on the women's tennis team, and like she didn't like him, but he liked her, which is why he curved me in the first place.
Wow,
With like,
okay,
oh, I
makes sense.
have a feelings for this other girl.
You're like, but she don't want you. I do.
No,
So-
literally. So here's the part. So she knew for like a little bit that I was trying to get at him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was like, okay, well, I'll see you tonight at this party we were going to.
Okay.
And she also knew that he kind of wasn't giving me attention. Okay, so we went to this party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up going there, and then like he was talking to me, and I felt like she could tell that he was like slightly starting to become interested in me. Like I feel like I would have bagged him if she wasn't in the picture way earlier.
Right.
But so as soon as she saw that bitch, guess what the fuck this bitch does?
She started to go after him.
She started making out with him knowing that nigga was not gonna say no because he liked her. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if you have feelings for someone, like, I can't blame you. I'm not gonna be like, you know, you chose her over me, because it was never that. It was like, he always was like, I've had feelings for her for a while. Anyways,
Yeah.
she started making out with him. And you know what? I didn't really give a fuck. You would have thought at that point that you'd have been like, okay, done. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, I was persistent as fuck. So after she left,
You still try to keep shooting your shot after that?
I don't give a fuck, bitch. Also, I was drunk as fuck, too. I was like, I literally walked up to him. I was like, what are you doing? She doesn't even fucking like you. I was like, you realize she only did that because I'm here. Like, that
Why
is
do
literally
bitches do that? I feel like a guy will be like shooting their shot and they know and they're kind of like not interested, but as soon as like he starts trying to fuck with somebody else, all of a sudden they fucking want him.
Bitch, I don't
That
know.
shit don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
I feel like I kind of done that before too, though. Like I'll be like, not that interested, and then he like starts like fucking with another shorty like right after. Not even like time has gone by, like right after, and I'm like, hold up, like what the fuck is going on?
Right. And like, so after that, I was just saying my feelings, and I was like, she don't even like you. And he was like, I don't know. She said she wants to give us a chance, so maybe I'll try it.
All of a sudden.
Anyways, that night, I ended up making out with him, and then I was, like, trying to get him to come home with me, but I rode with my homies who were all men at the time.
Yeah.
And one of my best friends, he was like, and all of, like, my friends that I had in college, like, they were all, like foreigners too, like they were Jamaican. So I just imagine like these Jamaicans just yelling at you in this accent. They're like, Sam, we're not taking this nigga in the car with us. And I was like, come on, let's take him home. And he was like, first of all, you're staying the night at my house and you're not bringing another nigga to my house. So like, no. And
so it's like, a no.
And he was like, I'm gonna have to, sorry man, I'm gonna have to say, you gotta find your own ride home. I was like, I was trying to get them and they were just not having it. They're like, you don't even know if you want to do this. Like, maybe just, think on it a little bit. And homie, you got to go. Like,
honestly,
get out
they
the
were
car.
being good friends.
They were being good friends, but it was so funny because they were so over me. They were like, you're getting on my fucking nerves. But it's fine. And then, so, like, we ended up making out that night. But later on in the week, when we all went back to school after the weekend ended, he ended up, like, started, like, I guess, like, dating her a little while. 'Cause she was like, oh, I finally want to give you a chance, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't mad because I was like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I texted him, I was like, she's not going to stay with you. And then, so, like, a week later, they break up because she's, like, no longer interested. She was never interested in the first place. It's like, women are so weird. Like, once they don't like a guy, but they want that guy to continue to like them so they can get that attention. And they broke up. And most people would have been like, Sam, if he would have came back to me, I would have been done. But, like, I didn't even think of it like that because I wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to marry him. Like, if someone that did that to me, like, oh, I'm not going to take you serious, you know what I mean? But like I wanted him, and like to me it was a game at that point because I was like
I'm gonna get you regardless.
Right. So whenever he was like, yeah, she left me, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm here.
Right. I knew that was gonna happen. But like long story short, I eventually got him. And the funny thing is, like, girls, like, I feel like girls aren't as straightforward as, like, shooting their shots whenever they're trying to get a guy. At one point, I was literally with his friends on the tennis team, and I'd be like, should I text him this? And they would, like, hug me and be like, do it. And I wouldn't even be like, hey, can we hang out? I'd be like, hey, I want to fuck you. Like, just, like, straight to the point. I think he was, like, one of the only guys I ever did that with because that's how bad I was just, like, I really don't, I'm just trying to get it. Like, but, and he's still... a woman just doesn't want to fuck you, and he still said no. But like I said, that girl left after like a week, and then he ended up finally coming to me, and we ended up getting like I wasn't seeing anything like serious with it, but whenever we actually got to know each other outside of like me thinking like one way, because my mind was literally like, I'm just trying to fuck you, I want you.
Yeah. Oh, so you were like trying to shoot your shot, like. Not even, like, trying to be, like, with the guy. You just wanted to fuck.
Like, I was attracted to him. He was obviously different than me. And, like, to be honest, like, I had a thing for foreigners. I still would at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I naturally am drawn to people of different cultures just because I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
But, so, like, I was just, like, about getting to, like, know him not in, like, a serious way, though. Like, a fun way.
Okay.
But turns out when we actually started seeing each other, we actually got along really well, and we would like casually hang out as friends. Like our friends would do stuff together. We'd have like cookouts at the pool, and it would be like we were like actually chilling.
Yeah.
So funny thing is, before I met my boyfriend, I was with that guy before I went to Spain, and then we stopped talking when I went. Like once summer hit, like we were together like most of spring semester. Once summer hit, and I did study abroad in Spain. And he went back to, like, Miami or something to, like, visit another university because he's thinking about transferring. I met Antoine.
You're like, and here we are.
And here we are.
Well, I guess, everything's just kind of happened a certain way. Because if that would have never happened, we would have never met. And then we would have not been here.
And I've never been curved, like, really. Every time I've shot my shot at a guy, they've never said no. Yeah. And even if they had, like, not seemed interested, I never kept trying because I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck. But with him, I was like...
I gotta get it.
Yeah. And it was, like, the weirdest thing. Like, some people might have looked at it as desperate, but I thought it was fun. I got it.
Yeah, you're like, I still bagged at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I think it's cool like that because... You weren't really trying to be in a relationship with him. So it's not like it wasn't that big of a deal to you. You were just like, I know I'm attracted to you. I'm trying to fuck. After that, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
We had a cool friendship out of it. Like, we're still cordial to this day. I mean, he's back in France, but, like, we're chilling.
He was French?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's kind of like the opposite of Sam's, though. Were you done? I didn't want to.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, okay. So mine's kind of like the opposite of Sam's. It was like this guy that I had known. He was shooting his shot, like, continuously, and I was just kind of always like, no. Like, every time I was like, no. But we were, like, really good friends, so I feel like he was just kind of like, fuck it, whatever. Like, for the sake of our friendship, like, he kind of just would, like...
Backed off.
Yeah, sometimes. Like, he'd back off, and we'd be cool, and we'd be chilling, and, like, we'd do shit. But then, like, it would always be, like, that one little pop-up where he'd be like, oh, like, you know I fuck with you, and, like... He would just, like, always let me know that, like, if I was interested, like, he was there.
He was not gonna let it.
Yeah, pretty much. And so for, like, maybe, like, 2-3 years, like, that went on. And I was just always like, no, bro, like, stop trying. And then, I think it was 2 years ago. No. Maybe, like, a year and a half ago. This was probably, like, either 2018 or 2019. I can't remember. But he hit me up, and he was like, hey, I'm going on a trip with, like, some friends, and, like, they're all bringing, like, a girl with them, and, like, I've always been cool with you, so, like, let's go. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. And
Where'd
so
you
went.
go?
I feel like if I say it and he watches it, he's going to know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. We went to Lake Havasu. So, yeah, we went to Lake Havasu.
Nice
It was so fun, and it was really nice, and, like, I definitely want to go back. But, yeah, we got there, and, like, everything was great. Like, everything was going great. We were, like, getting lit every fucking night that we were there. And he would do little shit, like, we'd be, like, kissing, and, like, we'd be, like, intimate and stuff. And then I think it was, like, the last night that we were there, we all got fucked up, like, really fucked up. But I was still aware, and I knew he was still aware, and everybody was still outside, and I went to the bathroom, and he, like, came with me, and, well, he didn't come with me, but, like, he walked with me, and then when I was coming out the bathroom, he was waiting there, so I was like, oh, okay, and then, like, we went into the room that we were staying in, and I thought it was about to, like, go down, and, like, for once, I was actually like, all right, fuck it, like, I'm trying to do this. So I was, like, super into it. I was like, okay, I don't know if it was because I was drunk or I don't know, but, like, all of a sudden, like, throughout the whole trip, like, from when we got there, I was just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of starting to, like, fuck with him like that. And then that night, yeah, I thought we were, like, gonna get down, do the nasty, and, yeah, like, he, like, we were, like, making out. I felt like it was gonna kind of lead into us, like, fucking, and then, like, when we were about to fuck, he was like, remember all those times you fucking curved me? Remember all, like, he was just, like, saying, like, a bunch of weird shit like that. Like, yeah, remember all those years you curved me in front of, like, other people, and, like, you would try to make it a joke, which, by the way, I didn't. I would always try to tell him, like, bro, stop. Like, this is not it. But he was looking at me, like, dead in my eyes, telling me, like, yeah, I remember how you curved me. Yeah, like, now you know how it feels, because he's like, I'm not, like, we're not fucking. And he was, like, telling me straight up, like, we ain't fucking, like, we've had a good time out here, but, like, nah, because you've been doing that shit to me for so long, and, like, now I want you to feel what I felt. And
he's like, hold up.
Yes, and I was like,
I'm about to play you back.
What the fuck? Yeah, so then, like, the next day, I was not talking to him, because I was like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. Like, I did not want to fucking talk to him.
Were you pissed because he did what you did, or were you pissed because you wanted dick and you didn't get it?
I think it was, like, a little bit of both. Because it's, like, how are you going to be this persistent for 3 years, and then, like, the one time I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's fucking do it. He's like, nah. And then on top of that, yeah, I was drunk. I wanted to get mine, and he was like, no. So I was like, what the fuck? Like,
to be drunk and to
and
finally
not
get the girl of
it.
to finally get the girl you've been chasing after, and to be drunk, he has, like, hella tolerance and resistance.
Or maybe he wasn't fucking drunk, but I remember I was drunk, because then the next day, him and this other guy that we were with, they were mad. Both the guys are mad at me and the girl that he had brought, because they said that we were like doing shit that wasn't funny, and, like, I'm like, okay, we were having a good time, I really don't care. But yeah, the whole way back from Lake Havasu to LA, we didn't talk.
So did you guys, like, talk after? Did you ever hook up after?
I'm gonna get to that. But it was like a 5-hour drive. We didn't say shit to each other. Well, he tried. He kept trying to, like, talk to me, and I was just, like, not saying shit. I was so pissed. I was not talking to him. And then he would do, like, little petty shit, like, if I would, like, change the song, he would fucking put it back, and I'd be like, bro, what the fuck, like, stop. But, like, I wasn't talking to him, so I felt like he was doing that to annoy me so I could talk to him, but I didn't. And then that was that. Then we went a while without like talking, like months, and then he hit me up again and we hung out. And then he was trying to fuck, and I was like, nah, bitch. Like, you fucking played me when we were in Arizona, so we're not about to play. Like, that should never happen. You had your chance. No.
So you guys played cat and mouse and...
Yes, but I feel like he did that shit on purpose.
Caught.
Yeah, I feel like he did that shit on purpose. Like, that shit was not cute. And, yeah, I was kind of hurt. I was low-key hurt. No, it's cool. Like, I wasn't hurt like, oh, my God, my feelings are hurt. But I was just kind of like, yo, like, you really just... did that shit. We came out to a whole nother state. Have been having fun the whole weekend. We've been like doing little shit like throughout the weekend, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, no.
Yeah, you built up the flirtation and then just cut it off.
He knew what the fuck he was doing. He's like a different type of evil. But I don't give a fuck. Now I don't give a fuck. At the time I was like, damn. But yeah, guys, that was the one time I got curved. I feel like I don't really be shooting my shot that often, but when I do, y'all know that shit's going in.
So, are you guys still friends?
Bitch, she's on this ASMR shit. She can't get over it. But no, we're not. I wouldn't say we're not friends. We're like cordial. He'll like send me random shit every once in a while on Snapchat. But other than that, like, it was not like before, for like obvious reasons, because I feel like my mans would not be fucking with that shit if he found out that like I was still like close with him like we used to be.
Well,
you know how it goes.
Sir, you lost your one and only chance.
He sure did.
I understood why you did that little game, but it backfired on you.
He probably thought that after that, like, we were still going to be cool, and I was going to be like, all right, well, I mean, I guess you didn't let me fuck in Arizona, but now that we're back, we could still fuck, but it's still a no. You had your one time and your one time only, and you fucked it up.
Yeah, you got her at the wrong time.
Right, seriously.
Okay, but this is like a shorter segment today, but before we go, we want to just talk about the election really quick, see how everyone's doing, make sure you're safe, and crazy that we have our first Black female vice president, right?
Shout out to her.
And
that's so crazy.
South, what is she? South Pacific?
She's
Pacific
Black
Islander?
and like Native American, I think.
Pacific Islander or something.
Is she? I don't know what she is, but...
Well, the other half of her, shout out to those ladies too, and ladies in general, because this is groundbreaking for all
like first
types of women.
Woman ever.
How are you feeling about everything?
Honestly, I'm just glad that we got Trump the fuck out of office. It's always going to be fuck Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck about any of y'all salty ass Trump supporters. I don't rock with y'all, so I really don't care if y'all rock with us. Keep your nasty, negative attitudes out of here if you are a Trump supporter. I mean, I feel like Biden still has a lot of work to, like, prove himself and stuff. Because just because we got Biden as a president now, it doesn't mean it's fucking peaches and cream. Like, there's still shit that needs to be, like, put in place for him to be a good president.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. For sure. Everything, there's so many reasons as to why, like, I don't like Donald Trump. I do understand why certain types of people may like him, but I personally don't. And, like, with Biden, I've seen a lot of people saying on Twitter and stuff, like, oh, just because Biden got elected, it's not over, which it's not. And they're like, we're going to be on Biden and VP's head. Is it Kamala or Kamala? Somebody let us know how to
pronounce that, because we were just having a little debate about that before we started rolling, and we couldn't figure it out because we were all saying different shit.
And I would hate to be embarrassed as fuck and be in a like intellectual conversation and say somebody's name wrong. They're like, bitch, you don't even know who the fuck you're talking about. Right. Yeah. But like I said, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, oh, we're going to be on their heads as soon as like the next day they're in office, like celebration one day and the next day in their office. But I feel like really people get it fucked up, like how much work that the president has to go through in order for shit to change. Like, if you guys are just all of a sudden gonna think in like the next 2 months he gets into the office that like shit's just gonna turn around, like he's literally going to be cleaning up for the first more than likely year or 2 years the destruction that was already caused. Like, the president that's elected is always fixing or redoing things from the president before.
Yeah.
Especially if like the House or the Senate's not for them, they have to go through a chain of command, and if like they can't change it, and people are like, well, why hasn't this changed? Like, well, he can't do it if he doesn't have the backing for it, unless he just vetoes.
He's not
all
a fucking
of them.
miracle worker. Like,
Right. So I want you guys to stay on their heads, but also keep in mind that they cannot do the change as fast as like your minds are probably thinking it's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm just glad that Trump's not going to be in office anymore. Even though a lot of people don't agree with Biden, I feel like we're one step ahead in the right direction, because I feel like Trump being out of office is a win for us, whether it's Biden, whether it's fucking whoever the fuck else was running. Like, I think just Trump not being in office is a win for everybody. Well, almost everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else were we going to talk about? I feel like there's something we're missing. Our small business shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's do our small business shout out.
While she's looking for that, but be sure everybody to stay safe for this month and the rest of the month, because still stuff is going to get chaotic, especially in big cities and big areas. So always keep yourself prepared for the worst.
You want to just do the first one?
Yeah.
All right. And for this week, we are going to shout out our eyebrow girl. She always comes through and slays us. And she supports all our videos. She supports anything we do, honestly. Like,
Literally.
anything we've ever done or talked about, like, we don't really ask people to post or do any of that. Like, we just kind of let people do it, like, on their own if they want to support. Yeah, and she's always, like, been one of those few people that is, like, always posting us. She's always, like, supporting in any way, like, that she can. And honestly, I love her for that. I love her regardless. But yeah, you guys should definitely check her out. She will slay your brows. You guys can follow her and book at Brows by D, and it's BROWSBYDEE. And you guys could tell her that me and Sam sent you over.
It's S or Z?
Brows by D. I think it's S, but I could double check.
I don't know why I feel like it's Z. Maybe
let's double check. Oh, it is Z. You're right.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know
that's
if
a
I'm
good
like
cat.
tripping
Okay, thank you
or...
for doing it. Okay, so again, it's BROWZBYDEE. But yeah, D, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for always supporting. You already know that anything you do, me and Sam are going to be right behind you on that too. You'll never have to question that.
You are amazing.
Stop that.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning into this short segment so we didn't take too much of your time this time. And be sure to tune in for next week, because we're going to do blind speed dating, and you're not going to want to miss who the guests are.
See you guys next week.
Bye, roomies.
Bye.